Portland take a 2-0 lead back to Orlando. This game was tied at half at 46. Things, though, would change quickly in the third. Pistons up by 6. Cade Cunningham. The steal. We're going the other way. Oh, look at that. In and out dribble, coast to coast, plus the foul. Pistons up 9 after the freebie. Part of an 11-0 Pistons run to open the half. A few minutes later, Pistons up 12. Cunningham to Duncan Robinson. Pulls up, sinks to 3. Got Wendell Carter going. Up for the pump fake. They're up 15. A few minutes later, Cunningham. The alley-oop to Jalen Duren. Tips it in plus the foul. Pistons up 24 after the made freebie. Part of a 19-0 run for Detroit. Most unanswered points in a playoff game in the play-by-play era. Then under 3 to go in the third. You know it's your night when Isaiah Stewart is knocking down Jays. Pistons win 98-83. They even the first round series at 1 apiece. And with that, they snap an 11-game home playoff losing streak. And they open the third quarter on a 30-3 run. Game 3 will be Saturday at 1 in Orlando. How about Cade Cunningham? 27-11. Leading the way for Orlando. Jalen Suggs, 19 points. But on this night, Orlando not able to be efficient like they were in Game 1. Too many turnovers and getting dominated on the boards. Time now to welcome in CBS Sports NBA analyst John Gonzalez. And John, when this game was tied at 46, we're sitting back thinking, hey man, Orlando, they might have a little more magic in their tank than we thought. Going to be another grinded out tight finish. But the Pistons in the third said, not on our watch. A 30-3 run to open the second half. From your vantage point, where did Detroit make the biggest changes to break this thing open?
That third quarter was amazing, right? I mean, they were plus 22, the Pistons were in that third quarter, and that was it for the Magic after that. And this whole thing, what we talked about the Pistons and the Magic being very similar teams, both wanting to play through their defense, both wanting to get points in the paint, neither of them being very good shooting teams. What we saw in Game 1 was the Magic beat them at that stuff, and the Pistons are better at everything that the Magic does well, but they just didn't do it in Game 1. Well, tonight in Game 2, they absolutely did. Cade Cunningham, look, he's been good all season. There's a reason why he's a top 5 MVP candidate, and he's going to make first-team All-NBA. But everybody else came to play for the Pistons tonight. All 5 starters in double figures. Jalen Duren, who did not have a good first game, he had a much better game, almost went for a double-double. He's a most improved player finalist. We'll see whether or not he wins that award on Friday. Tobias Harris contributed. You got Asar Thompson, who's a Defensive Player of the Year finalist and actually contributed offensively. Duncan Robinson was mic'd up. You heard him saying, move the ball. They moved the ball, and then they dominated the points in the paint. That's an area that the Magic absolutely need to have because they don't shoot well. Well, forget about it. The Pistons crushed them on the boards. And then shooting the ball, the Pistons did a really good job defending the Magic, who were just 8 of 32 from deep. And you look at this formula, it's the fewest points that the Magic have had all season long. 83 points, right? This was a low-scoring game. This is sort of like a throwback to the 90s game. But if you're the Magic going into Game 3, that's got to be troublesome because you're thinking to yourself, where are the points going to come from in Game 3 if we want to stay in this series? So huge win for the Pistons. First home playoff win since 2008, Chris.
That's a long time ago, okay? That's a long time ago.
Yes.
Now, for the Magic, okay, Paolo Banchero, he was inefficient. Desmond Bane, 2 for 11. Jalen Suggs, 7 for 18. And at one point, John, it just looked like, and they said it on the broadcast, that the Magic forgot how to play basketball. Where did you see their inability to, cut back into this lead when you thought, okay, maybe Pistons are going to go on a run, but you felt like the Magic, based on the way they've been playing, that they were going to come back in this thing?
Yeah, the Magic just had a dreadful, dreadful shooting night. And this was sort of the thing that everybody was a little worried about with the Orlando Magic, because this has been going on all season. Now, after they lost to the Sixers, then they go and blow out the Hornets in that final play-in game, and then they win Game 1 against the Magic, and people are thinking, okay, well, maybe this is the Magic team that we've been waiting for all season, right? Maybe they're finally going to get going. They decided to wait until the last play-in game to actually try this season. But really, this is who they've been all year long, right? I mean, inefficiency, you called it out. You nailed it. Inefficiency from Paolo Banchero. Nothing new there. Franz Wagner missed a ton of time. I'm almost giving him a pass because he hasn't looked right all season long. Desmond Bane is a guy that they traded 4 first-round draft picks for. He can't have a 2 of 11 shooting night. Not if they want to be in this thing. Jalen Suggs, yes, he was inefficient, but I'm giving him a pass too because he does so many other things on the floor. He wasn't actually the problem tonight. But this is a failure of roster construction, and that this is who the Magic have been all season long. They don't shoot the ball well. If they don't dominate in the paint, they've got a lot of troubles because, again, from deep, just 8 of 32. That's never going to cut it. And then from the Pistons perspective, if you just flip this is the response you want to see, right? You've been atop the Eastern Conference all season long. You're the #1 seed. You lost that first game at home. That's not how you want to start this postseason. You want to come out and dominate. They didn't do that, but they did respond with an incredible second half, and especially that third quarter that really sent them forward. So when you're a 1 seed and you've won 60 games and you're playing the Magic as the 8, yeah, you need to smack them around a little bit and send a message. They did that tonight.
They didn't just smack them around, John. Okay, they annihilated them on the boards. 57 rebounds for the Pistons to just 42 for the Magic. That is how you get it done, and that is Pistons basketball at its finest, the way they are constructed. But as you look ahead to Game 3, John, did the first 2 games change your perception of where this might go? Could it be a long series, or do you feel like it still could be a 5-game series?
Yeah, I had it as a 5-game series, and I think that, maybe the Magic steal one again, right? And maybe it goes 6. But I really don't see the Magic keeping pace with the Pistons because we have such a body of evidence. Yes, the playoffs are different. It's ref different. You get more leeway. It's more physical. Tonight, certainly, it was a very physical matchup. It was a rock fight in the first half where it was 46-46 going into the break, and both teams scored under 100 points. There's a lot of people like to say nobody plays defense in the NBA, and the NBA was better back in the 90s or whatever. I hope you're enjoying this because you're getting what you asked for, but the Pistons are just better everywhere at both ends of the floor, and especially at everything that the Magic want to do, the Pistons just do it better. So I anticipated that this would be not like a walk of a series for Detroit, but certainly an easier series for them than they're likely to face as they move forward when potentially they'll face the Cavs in the second round. And should they make it to the finals, then in theory, you're going to face either the Knicks or the Celtics because those 2 teams look like they're the teams that are most likely to come out from that side of the bracket. So this opening round, you want to kind of handle your business, take care of things. You stumbled a little bit in Game 1. Great answer for Game 2. Now you want to go and handle your business in Game 3 when it goes to Orlando.
All right, cannot wait to see how the Orlando Magic come out in their home building to see if they can respond and go up 2-1 on the Pistons. John Gonzalez, always appreciate the time, man. So Game 3, as we mentioned, will be Saturday, 1 Eastern in Orlando. Then Game 4, a couple days later, Monday in Orlando. And then Game 5, we know that will be happening with the Pistons winning Game 2. That'll be on Wednesday, and then Game 6 or 7. Not sure if we'll even need those, but so far, we've got a tie series at 1 game apiece. Orlando and Detroit.
Minnesota tied up at a game apiece. Jaden McDaniels says they're all bad defenders. Go at them.
I don't think you should have said that.
Why?
Because you don't poke the bear.
Why not?
You don't poke the bear.
Yeah, you do.
Yes,
yes,
listen,
you do.
You can think that.
You poke the bear.
Yeah,
and you stab them. You can make them fur coat.
You can think